Ladies and gentlemen, you've reached Tuesday night, and more importantly, Tuesday night of game week. This is the Bama Standard. Before we get rolling, hit that like and subscribe, turn on all notifications, jump in the chat and comment section. Also, we're expecting you to leave your scores down in the comment section, so please do that. I'm your host, Justin Riley, and with me, as always, is senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith. And he's back from hiatus, the two-time national champion, greatest running back in Alabama history, and USFL champion, Bo Scarbrough. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hey, I'm gonna still say something about that intro though. I'm still.
Listen, Bo, I will speak on that. I actually had a new intro made, but then when I actually ran it, I started getting copyright violations. We're going to have to redo it.
Are you serious?
Dead serious, man. We
Oh,
had
man.
a sweet intro. Had Bo carrying that ball against Washington across down the field and through the end zone. Looked freaking amazing. But YouTube claim police said can't do it. So
Okay, that is just terrible. But happy to be back, man. Really happy to be back here.
Yes, sir. And as always, we are brought to you by Workspace Solutions and Upmount Financial Partners. Welcome, everyone in the chat. Glad to have y'all in here, and I expect a lot of questions because, hey, it's game week. So let's get this thing started. The most important thing here on the docket is the depth chart has been released. And, gentlemen, I know you have a few things you want to talk about. Bo, I'll let you lead off because the biggest thing to you that stood out was Trey Sanders did not get that RB1 nod. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just don't see why he didn't get it because he's the top guy in the room. He's I think is one of the leaders on the team, and I just think that he probably the better one overall. And I don't see why. I don't know if that's the depth chart in order that we have, but to have him down third is kind of tell me a lot that he probably didn't do what he was supposed to been did, but I still don't see why he's not the starter. He came in the postseason and helped us out a lot towards the end of the season, and he ran the ball better than better than Brian Robinson actually. And we all had our eyes on him and thought that he would be the guy. Maybe that can change and further down the line. I know it's a long season. Want to play 15 games, but that's to make it to the national championship. But I think that Trey can probably carry the team on his back.
I agree. And Steve, before I let you jump in, I do want to ask a question. You've been in a crowded backfield. You've been in a room full of those dudes. If someone gets hurt, how hard is it to kind of get back on track or get from behind that 8 ball? Because really Trey was slowed down, I feel, because of the injuries. And then other people started doing very well. Jace McClellan started balling out. Roydell started doing his thing. But, yeah, like you said, Trey's got that special talent, and he's got that work ethic. He did a lot for us towards the end of the season. And I don't want to say that play the loyalty card, but if anyone deserves that nod, it's him. But, yeah, Bo, how hard is it, in a crowded backfield to play catch-up if you get injuries like he did?
I mean – they have the guy on the, I don't, like I said, I don't know if the depth chart in this particular order, but it basically have him the 4th guy on the depth chart, that we have. And I think that he actually had to find his identity in this game and show Coach Saban and the rest of the coaches that he's the guy that take on the load and be ready for that because we're going to have to rely on our run game a lot this year.
Right. Well, Stephen, I'll turn it over to you. What are your thoughts initially? We talked about this a little before we jumped on. Trey Sanders, why is he far down on the depth chart?
I feel like this is where, and Trey came in 2019 just highly touted from Florida. We saw the speed. I mean, we saw the talent, the playmaking ability coming from IMG. And when Trey first got here, I remember, he was poised to take carries from Najee Harris in 19. He was poised to take carries from Brian Robinson. You saw the quick cuts, you saw the agility, you saw the explosiveness, the burst. all the things that make a good running back, quite like Bo Scarbrough right here.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Trey got hurt, when he had that foot fracture prior to the end of fall camp, that hurt his confidence a little bit because he had to miss that entire season. Then 2020, the following year, he started to come back. If you remember, against Mississippi State,
he did.
He had 12 carries for 80 yards. So a lot of fans were like, okay, Trey coming back. This is the Trey from IMG. This is the Trey we know. And then he went home with his brother back to Florida, and he got in that very bad car accident, which he sustained multiple injuries from that, including a hip situation, and he had to get surgery on that. And he was in a wheelchair. And that hurt him because it was the moment I can grasp the cake, it's taken away from me. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how Trey felt. And of course, this past season, he started the year off against Miami with a rushing touchdown, but B-Rob kind of got the hot hand. And, Coach Saban, when somebody has the hot hand, he lets the hot hand move with it. But for Trey, it's, trying to have a year where, is it finally my time to be healthy and contribute? Now, I think he has the most power of the backs. Mm-hmm. I feel like Alabama will have a role for him where, especially in those goal line situations or in those second and short, third and short, we could see him. He does have the hands to catch out the backfield. Going back to fall camp, he has regained some of that speed back from his freshman year. It's just when Nick Saban also dips in the transfer portal and pulls out a Jahmyr Gibbs, you go, why? That kind of bothers you a little bit, but I just feel like for Trey, if he could have a year where, 500, 400, 500 rushing yards, 7, 8 touchdowns, salvage something, that'll be good for him.
Now, guys, I just heard the ding of the bell. That means both of our guests are here. But before I let them in, Bo, we got a question for you real quick from the audience. Jamie Wilhelm is asking, Bo, can you expand on your comment? We will have to rely on our running game more this year. More concerned on the wide receiver front?
No. You have to understand football, because if you cannot run the ball and then you can play 5 deep, you can play with 5 corners on the field, which Alabama does, because we rely on our front to stop the running game, and we can play 5 corners. But most teams can't play 5 corners because they don't have the athleticism that we have at Alabama. So therefore, if they know they can stop our running game with the 5 guys up front or 6 guys up front, they can play 5 guys deep and stop the run game. Stop the passing game. It's not about that we don't rely that our receiver core is not good. It's just that we have to be able to run the ball to open up our receiver core and make them look good as they proceed to be. But long as we can not run the ball, then they can double coverage they can play quarters and stop the passing. So if we can't pass the ball, if we can't run the ball, we can't pass, and we can't pass, we can't run. So you have to be able to control the game by running the ball.
Excellent point.
Control.
Jamie, I think that properly answered the question. But, guys, like I said, we got our folks in the waiting room ready. And the only man who can properly introduce guests is Stephen M. Smith. Brother, if you would, give them that famous introduction you're known for, sir.
So we got 2 guys in the room right now that are absolute legends here. When you talk about the 2000s era, one pre-Saban legend, one a Saban legend. So the pre-Saban legend, we talk about one of the baddest defensive linemen to ever play. When you think about his name, you just feel like, is this man full of fried chicken, or is he about to cut my head off? And we're talking about none other than Kindal Moorehead in here right now, ready to take my head off. Now, the guy in the Saban era, he from South Carolina. He loved to fish. He loved doing that little hunting thing. He was a part of one of the most entertaining outside linebacker rooms I had a fun time covering. He wore number 47 during his time in Tuscaloosa. And let's just say he did have some fun with those Carolina Panthers for a good second there, good spell there. We bring on Christian Miller is in here, the two-time national champion in the building. Fellas, what's going on? It's game week.
Roll Tide, guys.
Roll Tide.
Baby, roll Tide.
And let us not forget the host that brings everybody to the platform every freaking week. Comedy legend Steve Brown. Roll Tide, Steve.
Hey, man, it's game week, man. It's game week, man. Game week.
I just look at you and start laughing.
Why?
Does that mean he's doing his job or something else, Bo?
No, that means he's doing his job. Because I know you about to say something.
But something.
I know you about to.
No,
Welcome
man.
in, fellas.
I'm happy to be here, man. I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all.
Yeah, same here, man. We made it happen. It wasn't quite the same level. Well, guys, it's game week. How y'all feeling about this?
All right,
Christian, Kindal, Steve?
Hey, man.
What's that?
First of all, I'm trying to find out who these two brothers are in here in this live with us, man. I just came in, man. So I want to find out who these. One of them I don't like because he's more light skinned than I am, and I don't appreciate it.
Damn, I was on here not too long ago. Man, so
I'm supposed to be the only light skinned brother on here, man. What's going on? This is really racist.
But I can definitely.
What's up, Kindal?
Man, I wish it was a neutral site game on time since we had the first at home. So I'm excited about that, but I wish it's opponent. So
I hear you. Hey, but listen, before we kind of let y'all in, we were talking about this new depth chart that has just been released, and it looks like the young guys are getting the nod. And, I got two defensive guys here. So we can go ahead and bring up the freshman Jahim Otis, a guy that has been balling out since he got there in the spring. Lost an entire person, went from weighing 410 pounds to 340 pounds, and has just been a one-man wrecking crew ever since. Well, now he's got the start nod, and he looks like he's about to start making a name for himself pretty early. Real quick, guys, what's your take on that?
you want to go, Christian? Man, because
you got it.
Can you hear me?
Say respect.
Yeah, because man, you said that's the risk you got to take. You get young top guys in the country, and there's guys going to play. So you mean got to come in that's over 400 pound person. That's strength of command. They cut it down on guys. You come in. Nobody works like Alabama. Reason.
Christian, what's your thoughts? You're a guy that made an impact, when you first got there. What's your thoughts on this young man? Our center, Darian Dalcourt, said, "I've never seen a freshman built like that." And he's turning heads. Will Anderson gets distracted in practice because of what this guy's doing. But, yeah, man, what are your thoughts on him? Oh.
And we lost Christian.
Christian.
Oh, man.
Well, Steve, I'll let
okay,
you
there we
pick
go.
up.
There he is.
I'll let you pick up Stephen M. What your thoughts are, because this is something I actually predicted was going to happen as soon as he got there. I thought game 3 or 4 he'd be on the field, but game 1 is it. So
okay, so is this the guy? Is this the guy that we're talking about? That he's like the equivalent of the guy from Georgia that just left. He's a really, really big guy.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what the thing is? If he can move, from what I understand, from what I've heard and what I've read, I heard this guy's pretty fast. Number one, he's really quick to be that size. And if he is big like that, he's going to be able to kind of take on 2 and 3 blocks. That means the linebackers should have banner years. They should have. There's no excuse why they shouldn't be filling holes and plugging gaps and all. If this man's going to be on 2 and 3, because from what I understand, you're going to have to double. You're going to have to double and triple team this guy.
You're going to have to, because Nick Saban said the whole fall they can't block Otis. They can't block him. He's extremely hard to block. And at his size, he's quick. Like, he slips in the backfield at 342, and he's wrecking people. And I thought what was interesting, Will Anderson said this yesterday. He was like, the dude came in and said, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to compete for a spot, and I'm taking somebody's job. Like, that's what Jahim Otis came in and said. I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to compete for a spot, and I'm taking somebody's job. And the man has come in here and has literally done, all three. When everybody on your team is talking about you like this, not just players, coaches, Nick Saban talking about him, Pete Golden talking about him, Bill O'Brien talking about him, they all talking about him. This man is literally on a mission.
I don't know what you heard before you got caught. Well, he's gone again.
He got to pay the minister on that phone bill, man.
Hey,
Yeah, I
agree
with that. But so much talent. Man, you can be on the stand. You probably going to have 30 days. It's going to be a package worth so many. So, when you flood away, most of those guys on the field. So just because you're not in Alabama, you're still pretty much a star kind of package. Most of those guys.
So what's up on the receiver that's going to be getting the nod? I'm hearing that he's a freshman, but I think that's due to the guy that's coming from Louisville being hurt. Is that true, or is he legitimately going to be the starter?
So Tyler Harrell from Louisville, he had a foot injury early in the preseason. So just this past week, he was finally starting to get reps. So Harrell will play, but the freshman Kobe Prentice is starting. That kid in 2 scrimmages, we're talking 10 catches, 2 touchdowns, and 2 scrimmages. The guy can play. I mean, the guy fast, quick, athletic, and what I like about him is he don't get frustrated at all. Like, Nick Saban jumping down this dude's throat, and he ain't even getting frustrated. Like, he look at Nick Saban and go, all right, coach, up in the ball some more, and goes right back out there catching passes.
Well, the thing is, I understand the next man up, but I'm not bought into it yet because you got to understand you got JoJo Earl who's hurt. Then you got the guy from Louisville. So, he's probably starting due to injuries. I'm not taking away from him being a baller, but, is next man up. So, he'll get his opportunity to see what happens. But, you can't forget about a JoJo Earl or the guy from Louisville. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. So,
well keep in mind.
JoJo will be back first week of October. So first week of October, he'll be back.
What I was going to say, sorry about that, Stephen. Keep in mind that this is not a locked-in roster like a fantasy roster. This is going to be interchangeable. And I think we're going to see multiple packages, but I'll first and foremost can vouch for Kobe Prentice because he's a Mike McCoy trainee. He's a guy that got his endorsement, who really worked with him. And also out of everyone out of everyone in his entire recruiting class, he was rated having the highest ceiling, graded out at a 98. So this guy could legitimately be the next big baller in that slot position. So we could see something. But have Tyler Harrell, from what I understand, like Stephen said, the injuries have kind of plagued him a little bit. But I think picking up the playbook has been kind of an issue. But like I said, it's not interchangeable, and we got some ballers. So we're going to see a lot of different looks.
I think Steve is going to like this right here. So, Steve, right with your boy Jalen Moody, who's going to start next to To'o. Guess who's behind To'o?
Who?
Kendrick Blackshire is the backup middle linebacker.
I believe he's going to come. I hope that he takes To'o's position because, again, man, I'm used to the traditional Alabama linebacker that's gonna come in and bust heads and really hit ball carriers and take them back 3 yards. What from To'o is he hit the ball carrier and the ball carrier drags him 3 yards, or he's trying to rip the ball away. I haven't really seen To'o make a ooh-wee middle linebacker hit on nobody. Nobody. So
Nobody.
Well, Steve,
I can understand him being a Tennessee standout. I can understand that. But he ain't Bama bred, so he can stand out when it's with Tennessee. But Bama got dogs. You're going to have to prove your work. And so far, from what I've seen, he ain't hit nobody.
Okay, well, Steve, the guy behind To'o is going to give them ooh-wee hits. He had an ooh-wee hit on special teams that got called for targeting, and that's Kendrick Blackshire.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah, but you can't knowing that defense.
I can see in his highlight reel that, you know what? I think that the guy that keeps coming in and going out, I think Blackshire hitting him. I think that's it. He get hit. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's nothing against To'o. It's just the fact that he's just not a traditional middle linebacker that I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing a Marvin Constant. What's his name that played the crazy dude that played for New England all those years?
Dante Hightower.
Dante
Hightower. All the men on what's his name that played for the Jets?
Orlando McClain.
CJ Mosley.
CJ, yeah.
Hold on, y'all. Hey, don't forget about Reuben Foster.
Don't forget about Reuben. And his cigarettes.
Look, in other words, I'm thinking about every linebacker we've had has had some sort of mental issues. Those are the linebackers I'm looking at. They crazy. Look at Marvin. Marvin wear tights every day. Who does
every
that?
Day.
He wear tights every day.
Well, Steve, your crazy linebacker is the one behind Henry T.
Okay,
the one behind him, that's the crazy one.
Well,
okay.
And to be fair, I think if this defensive line is living up to the billing that it's getting going in, it's going to, like you said, Steve, it's going to free up Henry To'o to do more in the middle. Now, a lot of people are saying he didn't quite grasp the defense coming in. Well, he's got a year under his belt, and he'll have more confidence in understanding the system. But this is a show it now or Blackshire's coming in situation. That's what I feel right now.
I'm telling you, but come on, man. I joke and I play a lot, but I know some football. When have y'all known this man to ooh-wee hit on anybody? Have y'all seen it?
Not since Tennessee.
Have y'all seen it?
Not since Tennessee.
Nobody. Now, I'm going to make another bold prediction on the other side of the ball. Y'all may think I'm BSing, but I'm telling you, Bryce Young, he's on his way to another Heisman Trophy. But if Bryce Young goes down for any reason, if he get hurt and his backup come in, you may not see him again.
I'm a big Jalen Milroe fan. I am, and I feel like we're going to have some special packages. Well, if he's got that ball tight, that throw tight, then you may be onto something. But it's hard to replace Bryce Young.
It is. But Jalen Milroe is a freaking Bo Scarbrough at quarterback. Have you seen this dude?
I've seen him, man. He looks like a WWE wrestler.
I've seen him. He looked like decent.
He looked like Deshaun Watson wearing that.
He a little bit bigger than Deshaun Watson.
No. He don't look like
Deshaun Watson.
No, he don't look like Deshaun Watson. Because first of all, I ain't never seen the boy walk around with massage oil on him. That's another story.
Marvin does, Steve.
I've never seen it, but the scary part is this dude is now learning the offense, and he also did really well at the A-Day game, really well. And
I agree with that.
So
I think we're going to see packages with him.
Man,
I don't think we'll see those.
Call for the back. Jalen, they called for two. I'm saying you went until you saw Bryce. Then the next guy, every year is gonna be a guy.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you. I mean, if this dude, I mean, because the thing is, Jalen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Bryce Young. Bryce Young is a runner, but this dude right here is a runner. Well, I mean, is a difference. Well, you can sing and sing. This dude is a runner. this dude, he can throw now. And it's like, man, and I would be surprised, man. I would be surprised if they don't have a package for him. I mean, to me, they got to play.
They do.
They got to play both
They
quarterbacks,
do.
man.
No.
They got to play
They're
both
gonna have
of them.
to.
No.
No,
It ain't gonna
No.
happen. And we winning in the game out of hand, and but back and forth quarterback.
That ain't gonna happen.
Really?
I don't think they're gonna happen either. No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, so my question: why the hell did they put slow Slade Bolden in the Wildcat when they had Jalen Miro? I ain't understand that. I don't
either
love
from an
Slade Bolden.
athleticism standpoint. I get it. Maybe there was something where that Saban saw that he wasn't quite confident yet.
I'm trying to page Bill O'Brien about that. Bill O'Brien and answer the phone.
What?
Trust, man.
I just hit him on his big people.
Like Coach say all the time, who can go out on game day? Who do you trust? No. And that young boy, he's young. He may be Slade Bolden. So he gonna put no young guy back there. Let's earn it.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I mean, you're a veteran, so I understand. You've been there, done that. You know, I'm just the man on PlayStation, so you would never take that away from me. You hear me? Look at me when I'm talking to you. You'll never take that away from me.
Christian, welcome back. Hopefully we got you squared away now, man. Sorry about that little adventure.
No. It's my laptop for some reason won't pull it up, so me out. But I'm gonna try
Put some minutes on it.
I got plenty of minutes, and I'm on Wi-Fi. Now I look like you at your house, so.
I am. Hey, Christian, hold on a second. Christian, can you pan up a little bit? I want to see something. Can you pan up? Can you put your camera up for a second? I want to see something. Because every successful Bama player always has a ugly ceiling fan. Every Bama player that's been
my house has been.
See? Hey, you gotta. Hey, nice I bet his house. His house look amazing. I know his house look amazing, but that ceiling fan. Hey, Justin, am I lying? Every Bama player that's been successful, great Bama player, all the greats got terrible ceilings.
They updated my English. It's pretty good. Yeah, might be.
So my question, Christian, to you, since we've been talking about these young guys, before you got booted off like 11 times, you and Kindal came in just knowing the assignment. There wasn't really an adjustment period for you guys as freshmen. So what really went into that, having that swag and that confidence just coming in, game one, just ready?
So, oh, man, that's Moorehead. I had to adjust. He remembered.
Didn't make it look like it.
I definitely was maybe after my redshirt year, but at least physically, I was kind of that was my advantage. I feel physically, I definitely had a gain weight right here. So I think it's just a matter of just getting in the system, and the more the more confident you are. Nowadays a lot of these guys, they already have the physical tools. It's more so how quick can the offense or the defense. How it was like Moorehead was saying us. I mean, that's really what a want to put you out there if you don't trust you. You know, how good you are don't put you out there. Because it only takes a blown assignment, miss a key, you know, coverage, and it gives up a big play. So those young guys can kind of get in and know their role. The quicker they'll get on the field.
I gotcha. Well, Kendall, I want to hear your thoughts because you came in balling. Matter of fact, I think you said former Auburn quarterback Gabe Gross in retirement. Matter of fact, he started playing baseball because you destroyed him. So, yeah, for you, man, there wasn't an adjustment period. There really wasn't. You came in, you balled out, you did your thing, got us to SEC championship in '99. So, yeah, how were you game ready?
The high school program that I was in, I played with a lot of guys. I mean, we had 4 in high school that failed. So I felt like we came and we played in big games, state championship, lost the state championship. When I came in, I just always instilled in us, I mean, to beat about automatic, just assume that was the big, you know. Man, and that time back, I was a little different then too, because besides I played linebacker, and
What?
I was in college. I got down in 3-point stand when I got told. Man, it was just doing what I coached. Man, letting us call the defense on the field. Just time when you get to college, most of the time it takes 2-3 years for them to even. I mean, it's just trust, man. But most of the time, it's not their talent. Man, they built so different.
Yeah.
So much notoriety. It's just can you defense that comes, man, to the NFL at this level of football. So if you can't do it here, this is where the road pretty much stops. It's known for defense, and so I just felt like if I can play anywhere.
Well, you did your thing, man. I'll admit that.
You was all right.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
did a little stuff.
I was
Peyton Manning remembers his name.
I got another bold statement, and I'm gonna let y'all have it. I think that people are in the comments saying that they feel like Will Anderson's going to break Derek Thomas's sack record. I don't think so. As a matter of fact, Dallas Turner's going to Dallas is going to have more sacks. Why? Because they're going to be keying in on Will Anderson. They can't stop both of them at the same time. They'd rather stop Will than Dallas. But Dallas has come along, so I think Dallas is going to have more sacks.
That making
happen. Will is going to get double and triple team.
But I don't care if he got one-on-one record, man. It just I don't think nobody's going to get what Derek saying. It's kind of that's just in a row.
No, I was about to.
Everybody's eyeing on you, and you put up those kind of numbers. Now, don't get me wrong. See, but that's a big number.
Let's go ahead and address that.
Years, almost
It's
30 something before.
Yes, it's been.
Allen was second on the sack list, and years. Man, people
It's been a little over. It's been a little
easy
over.
what Will
30 years.
Anderson is doing now. But that number, Derek Thomas, right?
Hey, we're gonna get the majority of his sacks this game. This game, he gonna get the majority of them.
And he's just gonna sit down. Let's go. Let's talk about that. because he's got a lot of pressure from fans and about two things: the sack record from Derek Thomas, and now the Heisman Trophy. Does he need to do either to cement his legacy or to be named the unquote greatest player ever at Alabama?
No, to me, no. All he needs to do is be the reason this defense was a national championship. That's it. Be the reason why the Alabama defense was a natty.
Hey, but you know something? People always bring up that thing, the greatest player at Alabama. I always dismiss that, man, because I always look at Bama as the team. I don't care. We got some standouts, but I've never looked at it like, man, that's the greatest player Alabama had, and this and that, because it's too many to name. It's too many to name. You wreck your brain trying to determine who's the greatest player that came through Alabama. So let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it as a team. No, that team. I can't even say, to be honest, who had his team. I can't. You got to look at it. You can't. There's too much talent out there. Even the ones that didn't win the national championship, those were great teams. I can't even go on that. Who's the greatest player that come through Alabama?
10 team to this day.
See, it's too many.
And
it's too many.
3 games. 3 games was low.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I agree with you on that. One player, no.
Can't.
Christian, I want to get your thoughts. If this defensive line lives up to the billing that they have going in, what can that do for the linebackers this year? You had some dudes in front of you that open up the doors for y'all to wreck folks. So you can attest to it.
Over there.
So you can attest to it. What can it do for this group this year? Is getting a lot of praise.
Well, honestly, I mean, that's kind of was set up. Like when I was there, I mean, they let guys like Ruben just, because you had guys like John, I feel like he doesn't get enough credit, but a dog.
Exactly.
Ashawn, like that eating up space, causing. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from it. Like amazing players themselves, but they'll attest to that. Like having it just to play sideline to sideline jobs to the best of their ability. So it also helps guys like me on the edge, guys that know how to rush like that and can beat you when that grabs attention more one-on-one with that tackle. Will and Dallas give them have the potential. It's just whether it's going to be like you said. There's just so much talent up front. The linebackers, the whole secondary. I think those guys are going to be draft picking. I'm excited to see this defense.
What about Frazier?
Hey,
come on.
Hey,
Now,
but believe me now, that was the best D line came through Alabama. 0 through 8, Ashawn, Alvin, come on, Antoine Petway.
Yeah,
I'm saying the guys you put on the field, you got Raekwon Williams, young guys.
Darren Lake.
One of those guys went to
say Lake.
Cornell Lake, yeah.
Yeah, all those guys, man, that was.
Well,
Hold on. Did he say Antoine Petway?
No.
Man,
Man, he had the red shoes out there on the football field too. You went a little bit too far back, Kindle.
I know, but the thing is, realistically,
hey,
DJ Petway.
Congrats on that. Well deserved. About time.
Hey.
Bama finally take care of them.
Hey, realistically, that was the best D line that come through Alabama. But when I play them on PlayStation, all of them got 70s.
70s.
Yeah, all of them got 70s. On the PlayStation.
I think.
Well, let's talk about the offense, Bo. I know you're big excited about this. Let's talk about these running backs. I know you're pretty excited about that, and you should be, because I watched our opponent last week, and they surrendered almost 300 yards on the ground, and were giving up around 6.3 yards per carry. Nathan Carter of UConn had 190 yards and was almost getting 10 yards a pop. People have been really excited about this backfield for a long time, especially Jahmyr Gibbs. This is a game where we're going to see those backs run wild. How excited are you about that?
I'm very excited. And we got to use this game as to see where we are, maybe find our identity. Moorehead and Christian, pretty sure they know about that part. And I just can't believe that Trey Sanders starting. They're still, bugging me. And but
they got him fourth string, bro. They got him fourth string.
Yeah, I see that. And I think that we'll get our true testimony when we play Texas the following week. And then we'll see who we, can play in each spot and who deserve what. Because the Texas game going to be a wake-up for us.
I agree. And I honestly think – sorry, Steve. I honestly think that this is a game where we're going to see a run-heavy offense. We're not going to really air it out as much, and to be honest with you, we don't have to. I think we're going to kind of save that, like Bo said, for the Texas game, because we got too many horses in that trough there to let loose against Utah State, and we really don't need to go above and beyond our means. If we have to air it out, there's a problem. So go ahead, Steve, what you're going to say.
I'm still on how Trey ended up fourth string when he ended the year strong. I don't understand that.
That's the exact same thing that I said.
And it's like I don't know if you think maybe injury is still nagging him or something, but then again, Ardell and the other guy, they just coming off their ACLs. So I don't understand that.
Either, I don't know. Maybe he didn't do something right off the field. I have, no idea why, he in that situation. But, like I told them before, like he ended the postseason, on a good note. Like he ran the ball better, better than Brian Robinson at some point, and it just looked like that he was ready to take over the throne and carry the team and. I thought take over the position.
Interesting comment.
Yeah,
from the audience.
I'm just not used to that. Him being fourth string. I mean, you said Steve Brown was fourth string. I would still be surprised. I'm usually sixth, seventh string. I'm still on the bus. Yeah, but I'm like,
you be all up on IG.
I ain't even make the traveling squad. I'm like, come on, man. I don't know, man.
Not even the intramural squad.
Yeah, man. They ain't even let me get the water bottles and that.
Hell Baby TV thinks that Trey has lost all of his elusiveness. Bo, you watched it closely. Guys, y'all watched it closely last year. Did it seem like he lost his elusiveness? I know he was still battling back from the injury, but to me, as like Bo said, as the season wore on, he seemed to be gaining that step back and that wiggle back and that elusiveness back.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Like I think he showed up when his number was called. And, he came in and played his role very well. He, like I said, ran the ball better than some of the other guys, and I don't know much that I can say. But I don't think that he lost his willingness. But like you said, he getting it back. If he did, he's still moving great to me. And he seemed like he can play that position and take over that position to me. You know, the way how he came in postseason and played.
But you know something though? You know something with an injury like that, dislocation, all that, we also remember that he can get hot for a game, but at the same time, the recovery, because he's not all the way healed. The recovery from the game is not as quick as it as other people. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming off the spring, like I mean, it's so many factors that can factor into it. Because honestly, he was getting his wiggle back, and then there's sometimes like one person would take him down or whatever. But like I said, man, I think that he's doing the best that he can, no doubt. But I think that it's something physical, you know, that he's not what he used to be because of the injury, if that makes sense.
I mean,
I'll say this, and then also you look at it. Oh, go ahead, Christian.
I was going to say, I mean, you also got to look at it. Might not so much on him, you know, but it might just go to just have a lot more guys at the moment. You know what I mean? Like challenging and position they trust. Because I mean, if y'all are saying, I mean, they more than likely just kind of have a little bit more trust in those. Could have been something. I mean, well, you know, I mean, maybe he had. I don't know. But still get his
Here's a good point.
fair share of touches. At the end of the day, like we like to. So I mean, he'll probably get his chance. He's going to get injured. You know, God forbid. It's part of the game. It's a fact. So I just hope he just kind of keeps his working and doesn't let that depth try to affect him too much.
Right. And like we said at the beginning,
I just like
it's
his heart, though. It's hard because you know where, I mean, they can have a little swear them down. They can't go at all from. I mean, everything he couldn't say he could go through it, and then to be back, you know, we work on understand that you get talent like we do. This guy could have been folded in. Look how many guys that came through Alabama, and I'm pretty sure they less than his. But this guy keep time his number was called, and he put him on. So that's another thing. Like I said, Alabama, Kenyon Drake was never. And I'm saying, I mean, it's just where he'll be nice. The other guy just got it going. It's not a knock on where you would say, man, this guy start anyway. Alabama, man, every rep, every day, you can be number one today. Next week, you got to bring it every day in practice. Round pick every day, man. And he keep battling. He doing what he's doing. He's gonna get his shot.
And Marcus Stanley said Trey is behind in the system, not as an athlete. Bama's going to pass it to the back more. So, yeah.
And that was what I was about to bring up. You know, I think people are starting to notice Bama's recruiting more all-purpose backs now. You know, guys that can catch the ball out the backfield too. And not saying that Trey can't do that, but there's a reason why Jahmyr Gibbs is in the program, because catching the ball out the backfield from Georgia Tech, there's a reason why, you know, Saban's excited to have Jace McClellan back healthy, because prior to his injury, he had 3 touchdown catches a season ago just out the backfield. So Bama's getting more of those guys that can not just run it, but if I can throw it to you out the backfield, can you catch it also?
Absolutely. Well, before we give our predictions, there's one thing I got to address, since I have 2 defensive guys in here. And, Steve, you're more than welcome to give your opinion. Going into the season, this defense is being hyped as possibly the greatest in school history. You guys were on a couple of defenses that could be labeled as some of the best in school history. What do you guys need to see for this defense to even be in the conversation? Kendall, I'll let you start, man.
Man, one like a little bit the last year. Man, we can't let people run the ball in the middle. Never been an issue when you look back at the teams. You're not running the ball first thing. You cannot run the ball. I mean, we got the edge to get to. It's going to be an issue. So it's going to be. I mean, the D line is going to help the linebacker on a whole lot. Man, if they're doing, we got leadership back there with battle. It's going to pan out and that rotate. If we can stay healthy, games, I honestly believe we have too many guys waiting for the team. You just cannot double tip. Man, you just can't do that. He can shut down their run where they cannot defend. I think they have a chance.
Shut down that run, absolutely. Christian, I'll turn to you. And William Morris says, thank you for your contributions to the Tide. You're a great pass rusher, and I do appreciate this. But yeah, what are your thoughts, man, on for this to be considered the greatest in school history or even be in the conversation defensively? Okay, dramatic pause.
Man, you can look back at some defenses where we found corners on each side, two first, two linebackers, two first,
hey man,
second round D line.
Hey, let me,
man, when you saying best ever.
Hey man. Okay. Let me say, y'all can say what you want, and I respect all that. I'm gonna measure it like when y'all played LSU, and they didn't get past the 50-yard line. That's what I want to see.
Right.
They got too much talent to happen again. That right there was a defense. If they ain't nobody getting past the 50-yard line, then I'll start thinking maybe this is one of the best defenses. Again, I hear this every year. Bama's just too good. You just can't really pick out a defense and say they were the best defense. You just can't. Because but again, in all my years of watching Bama, I've never seen a defense that kept another team on their own side of the field.
50-yard line.
Yeah.
No, it's a different offense today too. Now, if
they can do that,
I understand.
I understand that, but dog, we got some dog. Now I'm gonna put the pressure on even more. If people is gashing us up the middle and doing what they want to do on us, and we got all these people, then we got to start taking a look at the defensive coordinator again. Now you got all the parts, you got all the pieces. The only piece you missing is that middle linebacker. That's total. That's the only piece you missing. If we replace him, I'm good. So I'm saying, dog, you got all the pieces. You got all the pieces, all of them. And you got on paper, you got a defensive super team. You got a defense come on, man. Right now, our defense is better than the Detroit Lions defense. That's the worst team in the league.
Well, Steve, that ain't saying much. The Detroit Lions is terrible. Right?
Hey, man, they got Isaiah Buggs now. They got Isaiah Buggs. Leave him alone. And Sean Dion there, too, now.
Hey, and look, they tried to play it off to my. Hey, look, they tried to play it off to my. We released Bo Scarbrough. Now Bo left. He quit. He like, man, y'all tell me.
They said he wanted none of that, Steve.
yeah, trying to blame it on my dog. We released him. No, nigga, he left. He ain't one like that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do got this update on Malachi Moore. So Malachi will be a starter in the dime package. He's the starting dime guy in dime. He is also the backup strong safety.
All right, okay, so just no, you said dime package. No, it's a lot of street dudes watching this show, so say dime bag package. They'll understand. Dime bag.
Okay, dime bag package. Okay, okay.
Speaking of that secondary, before we get to the scores, a couple of things to note. Eli Ricks will not be starting. A lot of folks put an emphasis on him coming here from LSU. We understand.
He has to stay hurt.
He's hurt, and then two, haven't been picking up the playbook as well as we'd hoped. But Terrion Arnold been balling out.
Another young guy.
Yes.
Is he a freshman?
He's a sophomore.
Redshirt freshman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I like what's his name, the Jackson guy. I love him.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Why is he not starting? Because he got hurt too, though, right? Okay.
Okay.
He balled against Georgia.
He did. So what Saban's trying to see is you got 4 guys and like they're all listed as co-starters. So this first game against Utah State is going to tell which one of these two going to really pull this out. Because you got 4 guys listed as co-starters.
Going to play money this game. They're going to play Neil B. Star. And then he going to see Wiz and can play doing game action and the rest of the year.
I ain't sold on Kool-Aid. I'm sorry, I'm not. I ain't sold on Kool-Aid yet.
Wow.
I'm not. I'm not sold on him yet, dog.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
I like Kyrie better than Kool-Aid.
I like Kyrie too, but I think that Kool-Aid is about to come into his own.
Yeah, I think so as well.
He said his favorite Kool-Aid flavor is pink lemonade.
Hey, look, man. Right now, I'm on Rite Aid, Powerade, but I'm not on Kool-Aid right now. I'm not.
Man, come on, Steve.
I'm not, dog. I'm sorry. I'm not, dog. I'm sorry. I'm old school Bama. Harvey Arena.
I got you, man. We've been spoiled with those great DBs.
Hope you ain't on that.
Hey, look, turn your head around and face the ball. Turn your head around and look at the ball. Locate the ball.
And
hey man,
this is a different group.
He was getting burned at Georgia game, dog. He was getting burned. And
Young.
At least
chalk it up to Young.
I'm sorry. At least when Kyrie, when the guy caught the long ball on Kyrie, he didn't burn him. It was a jump ball. The guy just wrestled away from him. But Kool-Aid was getting burned.
Steve, good point by you. That's a good point, though. That's a good point.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid was getting burned. I'm not sold on him, man. Is he a good athlete? I believe that. I believe once he get his head like it's supposed to be, I think he's gonna be a hell of an athlete. But right now, I like Kyrie Jackson. That's my dude. And I haven't heard of this other guy, but we'll see. And then honestly, again, the media try to make it so big. Somebody came from LSU and somebody came from somewhere else and this and that, and they were all stars there. Well, it ain't Bama. You ain't Bama bred. You came from somewhere else. So the only one that's really balling out to me, that's really he's probably somebody that came from Alabama, is the running back. And he might, and I don't know if he's overrated or not. I'm just one of those guys. If you from the Bama team, you are Bama. I ain't doing all this. He transferred in from here. No, dude, you still got that Tennessee on you, and that's why you not hitting like a bad guy.
You still smell like Tennessee.
Right. Look. Eli Ricks, they said, man, he's an all-American from LSU. But LSU standard ain't the Bama standard. LSU standard ain't the Bama standard. So how could you come in and think you're going to start, and then you come in hurt and you stay in hurt? Why? Because some Bama boys beating you up in practice. You from LSU. We're not just going to let you come in as from somewhere else and start being from somewhere else at Bama. It don't work that way. You're going to have to go through some things, and that's what he's doing. Come on, man. The other guy, what's his name? The guy that came from Louisville. You see a freshman.
Tyler Harrell.
Yeah, he's fast, but you still gonna have to show us that you Bama ready. Yeah, again, people coming in talking about they this, they that from this other school and this and that. Their standard is not the Bama standard.
Absolutely,
It's different. That's why these guys are struggling. That's why these guys are struggling to get on the field. That's why I don't listen to nobody in the press but Stephen M. Smith. Why? Because he knows this stuff. Look at his. Don't he look?
Golly.
But
I
Steve,
knew I was gonna
remember,
get it.
this is the guy who predicted Ben Davis to be the next Bama great.
Justin, look. Everybody in life get one mulligan. They get one. That was
That
my
was a big
one.
one, though. That was a big
Hey
one.
man, hey Morehead, Ben Davis was there when you was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He was there lining up beside George Teague and Langham.
Everybody know I love my dog.
Hey man, and again, I'm taking it from Eli Ricks. I'm not, but dude, it's going to. I mean, come on, let's be honest, guys. You coming in hurt from somewhere else, it's gonna be hard for you to get on the field at Bama. And they got all them dogs. It's gonna be hard, man. You're gonna have to be a dog and a half. You coming in hurt, you're gonna have to like Wolverine and heal up real quick and get up to it. That's just what it is. You got too many
But then
dogs.
you got to get used to that practice because you know this football, man. But at Alabama, see, you ain't injured, you practicing injured, so you can't come in there with the blood hurt, my shoulder, man. You
getting on that
a
field.
lot of people in the NFL.
Tell him, Bo.
Man, once you start the season, you ain't healthy no more. Go out there and do
Hey
a
man,
job, regardless.
but you know what, Head? I've heard this so many times. Bama players have said that Bama practice is harder than the NFL practice.
Oh,
It's
for
harder.
sure.
I
Absolutely.
mean, 10 times.
Absolutely.
So you chilling, man.
So this is what I'm predicting
And
as
if
well. This is what I'm predicting this as well. Any sacks that happen to our quarterback is going to happen on the side of the guy that came from Vanderbilt. I'm telling you, he ain't from
that
Bama.
is a
Came
bold
from Bama.
prediction.
Yes, he ain't from
Bold
Bama.
prediction.
He ain't from Bama.
You know what? We are into the page Tyler Steen right now. Tyler, you got Tyler.
Well, listen.
Look, I never heard of this guy. I never heard of him. He was probably the man at Vanderbilt, but look at Vanderbilt's standard versus I can be a star at Bill. Come on, man. Come on now. Let's just keep it 100. That's because you a star at Vanderbilt. That don't mean you're going to come to Bama and ball out. You're going to get beat up before that happens.
I agree. It's a different animal, and I know that people keep preaching that, well, he has experience. He has SEC experience. Yeah, but on Vanderbilt. Not trying to put the young man down, but it's a different situation altogether.
I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down.
Well, guys, it is time to get to predictions. We've talked long enough, and I think that we made some great points tonight, so thank you to all of you. Bo, I'm going to start out with you.
And apparently people think I can see the future, which I cannot see the future.
You can. You can.
He can.
You know when John Connor's coming. Never mind.
What you got, Steve?
Bo, stars out with predictions, man. What do you think the score is going to be? And go ahead and pick a player of the game. If it's Trey Sanders, I'll get you.
Oh, man, you gonna do me like that, huh?
I will do you like that.
I would say 59-7.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They better not score.
I know, and the reason why I say 7 because Coach Saban like to pull the card that these guys have families and all that. You know what I'm saying? He like,
They have families.
so I know he gonna let them score. And then we only get to pick one player again.
Well, you pick two. Go ahead.
I have to go with Will Anderson, and I'm gonna go with Kobe Prentice.
Okay. Offensive defense.
Okay.
Love it. Love it.
Come on,
Steven
man.
Smith, go
on a
ahead.
mission.
Coach Saban do
Why somebody
like to cut the faucet off. So once you get around 50, Coach Saban like really blow guys out. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be about 59, but I don't think they're gonna score. But I think it'll be about 50. Man, Gibbs gonna be the
Okay.
All right. So for my
No,
for
go ahead,
mine
Steve.
here, I'm gonna go with 48-0 for mine. So 48-0. MVP. Let's go defense. Dallas Turner. And let's go defense. Dallas Turner. Offense. It's a good question. Offense. Give me Trayshawn Holden.
Oh, I like it.
Trayshawn Holden.
Christian.
okay for my defense. I'm going battle on defense.
Jordan Battle. That's a good pick.
Hey, man. So with mine, I'm going 48-0 or 49-0. Excuse me. And the reason I'm saying that, remember, guys, y'all forgotten already. We on a mission, unfinished business, and we ain't cutting nobody no slack. And my defensive player is going to be Dallas Turner, and I think I'm going to give the nod to the offensive line because they've been catching it. They've been catching it all year. What's the offensive line going to be like? No. I'm giving the nod to the offensive line minus the guy from Vanderbilt until he proves himself.
Dog, man.
Dang. Hey, man, he's got to live up to the Bama standard, and that's when Steve Brown will give his endorsement out. He don't give it out freely. Not like the people he met at the Moonwinks. Anyway.
Hey, man. Hey, Justin, if he has a good game, we'll post this picture on the Bama Standard because if we the Bama Standard, we got to make you live up to your name. So yeah, we're not gonna just put you. Yeah, Eli Ricks, I love you, but you gonna come on, man. All y'all, I ain't so on Gibbs yet.
Oh, man, he woke up and chose violence today.
I did.
Christian, that leaves
Hey,
you, man.
all right, Saturday, come on and get here. Come on, Saturday.
Man, hey, okay. Before it's Georgia. Bo. All y'all, is Georgia Tech Standard the?
No.
Exactly. You got to live by standard.
Not unless you're an engineer.
We don't just let you walk in.
Christian, the long-awaited prediction and your MVPs on both sides of the ball.
Christian said, "Y'all go to hell."
Christian, give us your score before your cricket wireless goes out again.
Before it cuts out. Before it cuts 7, I'm going to go Will Anderson on defense. I might go Gibbs.
Okay, I got you.
He's saying Will Anderson because he played outside linebacker too. That's why he's being biased.
That's okay. We'll take it. All right, guys. Game week. We're excited. Just a couple of things I got to mention before we go. Actually, before I mention this, Steve Brown, tell the audience what you got going on this weekend. I believe you're in Cleveland this weekend, correct?
Yeah, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, man. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, at this place called Silks. If I'm trying to figure out what time the show time is, because if the show is at the same time the Bama game is, I won't be there. I'm a fake on death on the bus, the Greyhound bus on the and yeah. But I'll be in Cleveland Saturday and Sunday doing what I do.
That's what's up. A couple of things of note. Those of you who are watching on TDA, we now have a post-game show. Me and Mike McCoy will be doing that. We're going to be taking live callers, and anybody who is free on the Bama Standard family, please jump in. And, of course, Christian and Kendall, y'all are more than welcome to join anytime during the post-game show. Check that out. I also will have a college game day show that I'll be jumping on the Bama Standards YouTube channel at 9 a.m. on Saturday called the Saturday Morning Cocktail Kickoff. Y'all jump in on that. Got a lot of things going on. Oh, yeah, did I mention we have a new Bama Standard YouTube channel. check that out. Like, subscribe, turn on all notifications. If you hadn't hit like and subscribe here yet on TDA, shame on you. Go ahead and do it. But Christian, Kindal, thank you so much for being on the show. We greatly appreciate your time tonight. It was an honor and a blessing to have you guys giving your thoughts.
It was
And you're definitely welcome to come back later on the season. But anyway, that'll do us right here.
Christian just left.
Look, man, he got to pay that bill.
We appreciate you, though, man. You gave us your best effort.
I'm going to go get it because this phone obviously isn't going to work. So I'm doing a Tide pregame 10.9, the tailgate Tide. You all check that out. It's at I think so if it's at 6:30. I think it's got a few extra ad spots open if they're open and want to on my show.
Yeah, be sure to check that out. All right, guys, excellent show. Y'all have a great night and roll Tide.
Appreciate y'all.
Roll Tide.
We rolling.